Hello, James. Can you hear me? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me? You hear noise. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, once other people get on, then I'll explain what happened. Hey, Chuck, welcome. Okie dokie. Hey, Dave, welcome. Hey, John. Schuylkill Valley River, John, welcome. Thanks. Hey, Dwight. Hey, Chuck. How you doing? Hey, Jim, welcome. Okay, here's what happened. On the laptop in the training room, the other day I ordered an OBS spot camera, the one that DB Tech Dave showed on his stream and on his videos he was showing them. And so I ordered one because it zooms down and I wanted an overhead camera over top of me so that I could show things on the table. Well, I didn't notice it, but what it did was it made the OBS bot camera the default camera for video and sound. So I had to I uninstalled it from there, but it wouldn't uninstall everything. So StreamYard still thought the settings were for the OBS bot, and I didn't have that camera on because what was happening is when I brought that software up on that laptop and that camera, that started interfering with the IP camera software that I have with all my cameras on there. So I abandoned the laptop computer, came into my office, and that's where I'm talking to you from now, inside the office. So it it was just strange because I when you bring up StreamYard, you get to a spot where it says you're going to enter the studio, and then you get a little graph there where you can talk, and then you can see if the speaker is enabled. And I always do a test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, and then the bars go up, and I know that the speaker's working, and then I enter the studio. Well, the speaker was working, but then Jim was the first one in earlier, and I don't know if he noticed it or not, but my screen, which always shows the cameras, started spinning, and it was a blank screen, and that was that OBS bot software interfering with the other things, and so I gotta cleanly uninstall that software and find out a better way to get a camera above me, because that OBS bot software is not user friendly, and it's not computer friendly at all. It absorbed the resources, and then it automatically made itself the default for the video and for the sound and all that garbage. It should give you options to do that. It shouldn't just arbitrarily set them like that. So when I get a chance, hey Chris, welcome. When I get a chance, I'll clean that up on there. Then I'll be able to stream from out there again. But that's what happened. And yeah, that's right. You're gonna, because that software is crap. I'm going to see if I can give Dave a call and talk to him about it, because I don't like that at all. Yeah, PoE cam. Yeah, I'll have to find one or something. But I have a couple of USB cameras. Maybe I can put that on, and I gotta get them out of storage. So I'll check it out. Yeah, no, I wouldn't use that software on your computer at all, Dwight. It's after what I've seen. Well, I installed it yesterday because the camera came. I installed it and the software, and then I had it on the same monitor as the IP camera software. And what was happening is the IP cameras were going, they were going in and out, in and out, in and out, flashing and stuff. So yeah, well, that's okay, James. You have to test things and see how they work. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. So it really was a neat camera. I was able to zoom down on it, and I was able to rotate it around and everything, but it interferes with the other applications, and that's not good. It should work with the other applications. So I'll have to play around with it a little more. Maybe I can figure something out, and we'll see. Maybe I have to shut down the IP software, bring that up, show you guys what's going on my workbench there, and then close that down and bring up the big other cameras and bring that back up on the screen. I don't know. So, but that's something I had to work out. But it seemed okay when I started up StreamYard and everything seemed to be going normal. But then after a few minutes, I noticed my screen went blank and a squircle, and then I had to reload StreamYard and everything, and what a pain in the neck. So that's why I closed out that StreamYard session and opened up a new one. And this was already set up as a stream, and it was supposed to be done a couple weeks ago, but this computer had an issue, and then I abandoned it and went in the train room, and that's where I've been streaming from ever since. But putting that camera on there led to unknown issues. And well, that's how we find out when we test things, right? So the weather here in New Jersey has been really nice the last couple of days, sunny. Today it was in the 80s. Hey, Derek, welcome. Hey, Randall, welcome. That's okay, Randall. Thanks for saying hello. Keep him busy. That's good. So, it was in the mid 80s today here in New Jersey. Not too bad, but that's all that's doing. So, I started making a video of trying to get my train up on the 5th level to work. And I haven't completed it yet because I haven't had a successful run around yet. And the engines were derailing. I think I figured that out, but then they derailed. One of them derailed again, and I had two tank cars, and they were derailing. I don't know if it was because the engine was derailing or what. So I put 36 wheels on the tank car, and that fixed one of them, but the other one derailed still, even with the 36s on it. But then I noticed that the trucks that I printed were a little bit too wide, and so I resized them a little bit for the 36 wheels because the Castleboro. Welcome. You're new here. Have you seen Jawtooth? No, I don't know what Jawtooth is. But anyway, so I put the 36s on new trucks, and they were tighter. So I think it derailed because they were real loose in, the pins were just barely touching the holes. And so I took a break from running that train. So maybe I'll run it tomorrow. I got another project that I'm working on. Most of you in here saw the video that I put out today. That's the first of a series of videos. Oh, he's on YouTube. No, I didn't know. I don't know that first. I'm going to be doing, I already have 2 other videos up on YouTube, and I'm going to push one out. That'll be part 2. That's tomorrow. Then part 3 will be Friday. I'll probably make another video tomorrow. Hello, Castleberg. I think I said hello to you. Oh, Dave's in the house. Did I see? Is Stevie Tech here? I didn't see him pop in. He's not here. Yeah, so there's an I on the end of that name, just so you know. Yeah, I'm watching. Okay. Yeah, Dave, I was just explaining earlier that I installed that OBS bot software on my laptop, and it is, yeah, I do. I do have one. Hold on a second. Share screen, window, share. Okay, there's my layout. It's 5 levels. I have a 14 stack helix in this right here. That's a 14. That's my helix. That gets me up to the different levels. And I got several towns. And these screens here are a subway system that runs underneath the 5th level. And that's known as the 4th level, the subway system. So I have 5 levels here. The room is, I want to say it's 15 feet wide by 30 feet long. Both the room that the train's in. No, I don't run Lionel trains. All HO. All HO here. Never owned a Lionel ever. When I was a kid, my next door neighbor, he had a Lionel train, and he had it up in his attic, and he always had it up there. We used to go over there and play with it. That's the only Lionel I ever. Yeah, I have 2 MTH HO scale engines when MTH made HO scale. They don't make it anymore. But I have 2 subway trains that are MTH. But I took out the decoder in there and I put in the Soundtracks Tasami 2. That's all my engines are Tasami Soundtracks. Yep, that's correct. Yeah. Oh, that's Dave. You're telling Dave that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was going to tell Dave, but I've been answering Castleberg's questions. But yeah, so Dave, I installed that software on my laptop in the train room, and it took over control of the computer. Not very friendly. So I got to do more investigation with it and try things. Yeah, I have not had any problems. Well, see, do you have any other video software on the same computer that the OBS bot software is on, Dave? Because that's what I have trouble with. So it doesn't work well with that. Okay, Garrett, nice to meet you. Lantana, Florida. Never heard of Lantana, Florida. Where's that? North, south, east, west? I used to live in Key West, Florida. Panhandle, I don't know where that is. I never heard of that town. Well, Jim only had 2 cameras working, Derek. The last video he did, he only had 2 cameras. He was going to get more. He was supposed to get his PoE camera today or yesterday, I think. Yeah, yeah. See, that's what I'm going to try next time. Is close out my IP camera software, bring up the OBS bot software, and see what happens. Hey, Rick, welcome. How you doing tonight? Make sure the preview is not on the app. Oh, okay. That's a setting in the control panel, right, Dave? Tell me tomorrow. I have one working now. Very good. So anyway, Back to my list here of things to talk about. Yeah, Thomas, that's why I was asking if he got them and if he set them up. It's a blessing having you available for help. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, oh Rick, I got some of the people printed so far. It's going to be a long process to get them all done. I got some in the water. I got to take them off and change them and everything. Yeah. So anyway, my KD magnets. Hey Bob. Hey JD. Welcome. We got the KDs that came in finally. The number 308s, and I put 2 of them in, and they worked perfect. So I got to start doing the rest of them. I got locations that I had them in, and I got to put the rest of them in. It's going to take a while to get them all done. One section of track I have is in a real hard spot, and I got to get underneath it. So I might lift the track out and then put it underneath there and then put the track back down in. It's a siding, so it shouldn't be hard to do that. So, but this is going to take time to get them all swapped out. Then I got to order some more of them to finish up the yard, the big yard I have. So that's what's going on with the KD 308s. And so my NW2, I finally got the TSU 1100 decoder for it. I just had one question for soundtracks, but I got it on Saturday, and then I talked to George on Monday, and I did see with the decoders. When you have the ones with the wires coming out of them, they only have 2 wires for the trucks, a red and a black. And your engines have 4 wires, 2 for the rear, 2 for the front, usually red and black. A video 216, that's nice, JD. And so I said, okay, I got the engine that has a black and a red wire in the front and a black and a red wire in the rear. And then I talked to George at the Soundtracks, and he said, just take the 2 blacks and hook it up to the black wire, and the 2 reds, hook it up to the red wire. So that's good. Millennium Force stupid, my friend. Okay. All right, Garrett. Yeah, so that's what's going on with the NW2. But I've been really busy working on another project, and I'll get to that one in a few minutes. Like Rick Roman, I was, hey Ronald, welcome. I was 3D printing some people for him, and I'm working on it. This takes time to print and clean them up and get them ready to ship out. So just working on that for him. That's the 3D printing I'm doing. And I got an SD40T-2. I just need to install the lights into that engine, then I can customize the CV settings and get it running. That's another engine that's just sitting there waiting to be worked on. And I have another SD40-2, which is for the tank, oil tank train, sitting here on the desk with me. I'm waiting for the decoder to come back from Soundtrack. So I had to send it out to them to repair it. Something happened to it, and they're going to fix it and send it back to me. So that's what I'm waiting for. So I talked about the OBS bot. So the last thing I'm going to talk about tonight is the big project I'm working on. And you saw, the guys saw the video I put out today. I've been wanting to do speed matching for a long time. It's been a thing on my list. And never could get it to, there were so many different ways to speed match. So, Thomas, on your circle speed matching layout, if you can measure laps and have the speedometer, what's the purpose of 12 different isolated box? Okay. Okay. Well, I'll explain that in a minute there. Okay. Like I said, I've been trying to figure out how to do speed matching. And what I used to do was take the speedometer, this guy, everybody's seen this before, okay? That's the AccuTrack 2 speedometer. And you put it down, you run the engines through, and they would get close. But close isn't good enough. Okay, that's the difference there. The speedometer gets you close, but not good enough. And then you have to manually go into a bunch of certain CVs and change them. Hey, Steve from Wigwag, welcome. How you doing tonight? So the blocks, someone from some group wrote a script that works in JMRI. And you bring up JMRI, you launch the roster, and that brings up what's known as Decoder Pro. And then you run a script, and then it brings it up on the screen, and you enter the information in there. And then the train runs, and then it calculates the speed, and then it automatically sets the values in the decoder for you. So there's no guesswork. That's the difference there. So I have 16 blocks. Okay. Steve Childers is doing the same thing. And he has 16 blocks, but he was having trouble already with his. Now I haven't gotten to run mine yet because I'm still waiting for parts to come. Okay. My case isn't together yet. I just got the piano wire today, and I got the handles to lift it up, so I can lift it up. I got those. Tomorrow I'm getting the latches. When I close it, it'll close it, keep it locked, and the small hinges for the sides of the boards. So in the video, I talked about the wood that I got. Tomorrow's video will show you how I made the box. I don't go through each step, but I just show you what it looks like. You don't need to see me cutting wood and screwing them in and all that kind of stuff. So Yeah, I know. That's the problem when it gets hot. The air conditioners fail. My air conditioner in my office also is a heater. So works. That's how it goes, you know. Maybe you have to buy a new one. Now, see, that's the trouble with air conditioner compressors. Now, I've seen some advertisements on YouTube for air conditioners, and they don't use a compressor, and they're only like this big, and they'll cool down your room in a matter of minutes. So, and less energy used and all that stuff. So I don't know how they really work. Um, but for $80 a piece, I think they were something like that. I'm thinking about getting one for my bedroom or in my other room or in the train room too. No, Derek, no, doing laps because it's going to come up the same speed every time it goes through the speed meter, Derek. So, uh, it's going to be interesting to see how it works there. After I get the over the weekend, I should have it um, running. Then I'll know. See, I got a friend who's a JMRI developer, and if I need help with the JMRI part, I can always talk to him. Okay, and he's the one that sent me the script to run for uh, the thing. But the only problem was the script was written for Digitrax, and I'm an NCE guy. So I had to go in and modify the script for NCE. And it wasn't that much, but um, each BD20 that you um, create in JMRI gets a system number assigned based on the address of the AIU01. I'm going to make myself big again. This is an AIU01, and it has jumpers here, 1 through 8. And what it does is you set those switches, and then that gives you the address of this device. Okay, so I have a power cab here, and like I said in my video today, the addresses on the AIU01s go from number 4, then the next one is 48 through 63. Well, today I found out how to address these as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. And so now I have one AIU01 is 4, and the other one is 5. And that'll work on a power tab. Because I even went out and bought off of eBay a Power Pro system. And I was waiting for it to come, and I got very disappointed after I opened it up. It wasn't a system, it's a booster. So I was misled because I was looking for the UDP board that comes with it. It wasn't in there. Jays are playing James 4-2. Yeah, so I need 16 BD20s. That's correct. I have them on order. They're coming. They'll be here Friday, according to UPS from Iron Planet Hobbies. Yeah, 16 of them, because there's 16 sections of track. They're all isolated. They're all an individual block. Now you can change that to be 8 blocks, and you'd only need 8 BD20s, or 4 blocks, and you only need 4 BD20s. But the script was written for 16, and every time you do that, you have to modify the script, and then there's a chance you make an error or something, right? The change I made to the script, very little chance of errors, because I didn't have to delete any lines. How this will cost you? Well, it's been close to $400, and that's with the booster. So I can eliminate the booster and say it's $300 going to cost me. Okay, how to buy the wood? A sheet of plywood. I had the guy cut it to the size I needed at the Home Depot. I bought 1x3s. They were $4 or $5 a piece for 6-footers. The wood wasn't that expensive. I got a good sheet of plywood. It was $40 for a 4x8, I think. So the BD20s were $15 a piece. I got on Iron Planet Hobbies. I got 10% off when I ordered it. Well, I don't care about Canada prices because I live in the United States. Everything's more expensive up there because of the different values you got up there. No, it's not going to be permanent, Ronald. What it's going to be is I can close it up and then put it in the closet when I don't need it. Okay, this is only to do speed matching. How you only have to do speed matching once on an engine. You don't have to do it every other day. Okay, once you speed match it, the settings are already in the decoder, and you just put it, and then you can take any engine and put it on any consist, and it'll work because it'll be all the same settings. Okay, because the software, and I'll show that in my videos. When I get to that point, I'll do a video and I'll show in the video how the script runs and what you have to enter into the script and all that, and you get a better idea of what's going on. Okay, so you have to determine what speeds you want to run your train at, and then that's what you enter into the script, and then that's what they'll set up. So yeah, that's right. Use when I need it. That's why it folds up, and I can put it away. Like I said in the video, I can get one now because it's not connected. I 3D printed these things. You can't see them in the video because I didn't do it real close. What this is a insulator joiner for track. So you put 2 pieces of track in the grooves there, and they don't, the rails don't touch, so they're isolated. So all I'm going to do, it has holes in it. You could screw this down, but I'm just going to glue this and put it down on the wood and hold them in place, and then I can just pop the track in, and when I fold it up, I can just take one piece of track out. That's all I got to do is lift one piece of track out and fold it up, and way to go. Steve had he folds it up with the track together, but I don't know how they'll pop out. I'll try it to see what happens, but I must have my thinking cap on. I understand the entire concept except for the need for 16 bucks. Is it because that's how he wrote the script? Yeah, Derek. The script requires 16 blocks and 16 section blocks. Okay, and that's how they determine the speed as it's going around. So, James, I speed match all my engines with the speedometer. Yeah, the speedometer gets you close, but I found that close isn't good enough anymore. Okay, and like I tried to run now I have mainly Athearn engines, which is Athearn motors, and they all have Soundtrax decoders in it. So there shouldn't be hardly any speed matching you have to do. But I had an SD40-2 and an SD40T-2. Don't know what the difference is between the two. One, the T version of the SD40 is a little bit longer than the 40-2. So, yeah, well, see, they're hard to keep in stock, you know. I went to Iron Plant Hobbies, and they had just enough in stock. I wiped out their stock of BD20s. They had 16. I ordered 16 of them. Now, will I need all 16? That is yet to be determined. Now, I don't know what Steve was running into with his setup. He told me in an email he was having problems with it, but I put my SD40 on the track, and it sits on one piece of track. Yeah, that's right, Ronald. But see, I've been having other issues with the consist, and I'm trying to resolve that issue and eliminating it. One of the things, because everybody says you speed match if you're going to consist the engine. So I want to eliminate that as a potential problem. Okay. I see a little jerking in the engines when they're running. And this is only on the ones up on the 5th level. I don't have any problem with the other consists anywhere. And it's only that one train up there that I have a problem on. So all my trains, even the subway systems trains, they're all consists. So I'm going to want to make sure that the speed matching is done and everything. Even though it's a Soundtrax, a decoder in them, it should be that. And they're not all Athearn. Some of them are Bowser, but I got two Bowser engines consistent together. and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's right, Ronald. So there's a lot to do. Oh, tunnel motor is what the T stands for. Oh, okay, Chris, that's what it stands for. Okay, so I don't know what a tunnel motor is. Is that the design of the motor? Uh, is it the framework that goes around the motor that makes it a tunnel motor? I don't know. Okay. All this stuff about the internals of engines, I'm still learning about. And there's too many different models and too many different um, ways to talk about it. And I'm not an expert in the insides of an engine, but I can change decoders, and that's all I need to worry about. Now, like I have all those SW1s, and it's a big job. Tom Patient uh, is the auto. Yes, that's right. So, you know, and this project I'm working on is something that I hope it'll work, and we'll see. So, um, but I want a speed match, and like I say, um, I use a speedometer, and I have 4 engines in this consist. Well, one's on the desk right now, but the other 3 I ran. And at the speed step that I run, one speed match, you can then run mid-train and end of train power. Okay. But when I ran through the speedometer, I run that train at speed step 4. So I ran the engines at speed step 4. Yes. Okay. I don't have the SD40T. That's on the workbench. But anyway, and so at speed step 4, the engines ran through. One ran at 5 miles per hour. The other one ran at 5.1 miles an hour. And the other one ran at 4.9 miles an hour. Okay. So it's just a style of the engine. I get it. All right. So, so now you have 3 different numbers. And even though they're a tenth of a mile an hour, either high or low, I want them to be the same. And tweaking them this way and that way manually is not my cup of tea. I like automation, as you all know, and the script will automate this process. Whether it works or not, that's yet to be determined. Um, Maybe the blocks need to be longer, and I can take out a block and make it connect together real easy because the track is not secured. All it is snapped into those yellow connectors. So it'll be easy to take out 2 pieces of track, put metal, do the metal joiners in between the 2 tracks. Now that's a long block. That's 2 sections of track. And then I can run it that way. And then just modify the script just to look for And all I would have to do in the script is comment out 8 of the 16 blocks. I don't have to delete anything. I can just put a comment, make it a comment, then it'll keep it from running and looking for that. Because that's how I found out about the script. Because when I ran the script the first time, I had the whole thing energized with track power. Yeah, it depended on the decoder, and then you adjust the CVs, right? Well, the script is going to adjust the CVs for me. I won't have to go in and guess what number to put in that value. It's going to do it automatically. That's the beauty of this. So, anybody want their engine speed matched, you can send them to me if you don't want to build this thing. Okay, no big deal. And do it for you. No, and the script does a variety of different decoders. I don't know them all. I just looked. Soundtracks was in there, and Tasami was in there, and ESU was in there. I think NCE was in there. Digitrax was listed in there. Yeah, well, manual stuff is good, but I like automation. I like things to come on automatically, and this, like my engines all come on and they're all powered up. I don't have to hit a button on the control panel. All that kind of stuff is automatic. And I just like to watch the trains run. Like I can push a button and the train runs. I don't have to figure out what loco number it is. I don't have to figure out this or that. I just go to the panel and push the button and the train runs. And that's all there is to it. So, but I'm trying to get the 5th level done because that's going to be interesting how I get that to work. So that one train goes around. Yeah, there you go, Dave. However you get there is good for me. So that train on the 5th level, I got one more test to do. And if it fails again, I'm going to try turning the train around and running it the other direction and see if it works that way. That's the only test I haven't done yet. And if it does, then it won't matter. The train can run that way for all I care. It doesn't have to run this way. It's one section of track, and I don't know why the engine are coming off because I can't see it. And I got to get up there and with my remote UWT 100 and control the train and bring it through and see where it pops off the track. Because it's just one wheel of the lead engine now that's popping off. So it's crazy stuff, but what can you do? But so the videos I'm going to put out will explain each step of the way in this. Like I say, I got one I'll be putting out tomorrow after 10 o'clock in the morning, so y'all can look for it. And then on Friday, another one will be put out, and all the stuff that I do. Hey, Pedro, welcome. No, I haven't. He's still out there somewhere. Missed his Friday night shows, but he went into cars and then he came back into trains again. I don't know what his channel name is anymore. But I think he's doing okay. How you doing, Pedro? Good to see you again. Vinny posts all week, Pedro. Oh, okay. Vinny changes his channel name. Yeah, I think he's another one of those guys that like to change their channel names all the time. So you never can keep track of where someone is. If you're subscribed to somebody and they change their channel names, you should get some kind of notification from YouTube that that person changed their channel name if you want to continue to uh, be subscribed to them. Click yes or no or something like that. I'm doing fine, Pedro. Thank you. Hey, Lynn, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Oh, by a police chase. Yeah, I bet. Well, that's what his car channel was, but then he got back into trains, and I don't know if he's. I don't know. I know he hurt himself when he was working on a train, so he was moving, he was trying to consolidate some things or something in a room or something. That was the last I heard what was going on with it. Hey, Alfonso, how you doing? Yeah, so it's been like crazy stuff with all this speed matching thing, and the other parts will be here tomorrow, and I hope I can get. Oh, very good, Alfonso. Hope I can get the case done. Only one S in that, Derek. Ha 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 ha. It's Alfonso. That's his real name. For you guys that don't know who that is. So, so Jim, you got it. You got yourself a PoE switch now. See, my cameras came with a wall wart. Okay, good. Yeah, mine came. They came with a wall wart. So if you don't have a PoE switch, you can still plug them in and use them, even though they're PoE. So because that's what I did originally when I got my first two PoE cameras. I didn't have a PoE switch. And then I ordered a PoE switch after I got them. Then I took the wall warts out and just let them power over to Ethernet cable. It's a lot better. You don't have to worry about having an extension cord to wherever they're located to plug them in. What a pain in the neck it is. So, hmm. Yeah, you guys can see the chair in the back, outside the doorway there. You see how I 3D printed those extensions? There's a red one there and a gray one in the back. Can't see the other two legs, but what I do is I take that chair and then I put them on, and then the seat is up higher so I can sit at that table when I'm streaming. That's what I can show you through here. That takes you right out. This camera on my computer is pretty good and it has a big wide view. And see, Jim, this is my communications cabinet here, right behind me. This thing. And there's a glass door on the front of it, and then the back it's open. And in there's all my networking equipment. I got switches in there. I got a computer in there. They're all rack mounted types and stuff. The computer I haven't worked on in a while. I want to set that up, get my network back up in operation again. So maybe I'll be able to get a web server going or something like that again. So 18 and 13, awesome. 5 people. Very good, Derek. See, I have the case behind me. You can't see it on the 936 subscribers now. Yeah. Wish I had 936. I had 611. Then I lost 3. Screwed Tube taking them away from me again. And now I'm back up to 610. I got a new subscriber today, and that made it 610 for me. But the watch hours are dropping down drastically. So I gotta do more videos so that I can build up another playlist. That's what I'm doing with this video for the speed match test track thing. It's a new playlist, and if you don't watch them, you can watch the whole playlist and you'll see all the videos in there. So I have that playlist already in operation, and when I upload a new video, I automatically add it into the playlist when I create the video. So that way the playlist gets more videos in it, stuff like that. So you only can do so much, right? See, I was told, that's nice, Lynn. I was told that pit stop scale mail, it's hard enough to keep an eye on all the people you're subscribed to, and then you have people that you're subscribed to and they change their channel names, and then they don't inform you that they changed their channel names. I have no time for that. I get up in the morning and I watch some of the videos that I've seen pop up from people, and I comment on them and everything like that. I watch a few. I even got up an hour earlier to do that so I can get things done in the day. And I was 629 yesterday and now 628. Yeah, see? And nobody unsubscribed to you. It's just YouTube taking it away. They even take away views. All right, James, thanks for stopping in. Have a good one. We'll catch you later. They even take away views. I've seen that. I look at my YouTube studio and I see I have 100 views. I look at YouTube video studio again a couple hours later, and I'm down to 80 views on the same video. Where did the 20 views go? Why are they taking away views from you? So they play games all the time. They don't want us to succeed, I guess. But what can you do? Yeah, you've seen the same thing happen. Yeah, I know. Yeah, probably, Alfonso. Yeah, 5 8. Well, that's because you're on the West Coast. So he comes on at 9 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, see, they can avoid paying because I don't care about their paying because they don't pay peanuts anyway. I care about reaching plateaus. I reached 100 subscribers, that was a plateau. I reached 500 subscribers, that was a plateau. Then I got to 600 subscribers, that was a plateau. Next plateau will be 1,000 subscribers. But the watch hours, I have no control over. So even on the stream, like we had 19 people here watching, right? So you don't get credit for the watch hours of the stream. But I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll have 80, 90 people have viewed the stream, but I don't see no watch hours getting up. Now, if 80 more people watched the stream and they all only watched 15 minutes, that's 20 hours. I should see an increase of 20 hours at least. Not 80 hours, but a quarter of it is 20 hours. So, but I don't see 20 hours. Hey, Quasi, how you doing tonight? Welcome. So I don't know. So I can only guess that they don't want you to succeed. Yeah, well, um, I always, I never had a problem asking people to run my playlist. Some have, some don't, and I can't force people to watch my playlist. All I can say is, hey, I got playlists out there. You're welcome to watch 18, 15. Oh, we're getting there. So yeah, like see 18. So tomorrow I'll see this stream at 80 views. Now I didn't have 80 people watching during the show, so they're watching afterwards. No, they work off of block. The script works off of block um, detection. That's what the script was designed for. And the speedometer is helpful, but it doesn't give me what I'm really looking for. Okay, I have it. I use it. I use it really to see how fast the train is running. When I run it around at the speed steps, and then I write down the miles per hour it equates to. So it does a nice job of that, but it doesn't help me when I want to have 5 engines in a consist running all at the same speed. It doesn't help me, the speedometer. It gets me close, and I used to say, oh, that's close enough. But then I start seeing these issues, and close enough is not good enough. So that's why I'm doing this. And trying to get that going. So, but I think tomorrow I'm going to take, Amazon has been coming here later and later each day, and they're not consistent anymore. And I have an order for tomorrow. It was shipped out already, so they'll be here tomorrow. What is the black spot on the wall behind you? Black spot. Oh, are you talking about the? Can you see my mouse? Revised parts for the ice house. That's a camera. That's a camera for my office. When I go out, I can look at that camera. That's a Arlo. It's an Arlo camera, right? Is that what you're talking about? That black? That's what it is. Looks like a black spider. No. That black there? That's gloves. That's where my build plate is with the people on. I put the water up there and then I take that out. Now that, okay, I got black here right behind me. That's a cabinet. That's okay. That thing up there is a camera. Yeah, well, you have to keep your track clean, and that'll be easy to do on this oval. That ain't gonna be hard to do. I can even do that by hand with a rag and some CRC, whatever the number is, and just do keep it clean. Yeah, that's a camera. There are low cameras, Dwight. I have one in this room, one in the train room, and one outside the house. The one outside is for the backyard, and when it detects motion out there, a floodlight comes on and brightens up the whole backyard. And then they alert me if when I leave the house, they get armed, and then I'm notified if anybody enters the house or something like that. That's not wanted here. Oh, I print something every day, Dwight. Um, one of the printers is always going. Now, the only problem I have is with my big resin printer. I tried to print a couple things on it and they failed. So I'm going to have to try something I know works. So I was testing different things on there. Yeah, they detect Bigfoot, but I don't have Bigfoot running around in my yard. It caught a fox once, a couple of deer. They just run through. See, they have to. See, my backyard is a chain link fence all the way around. It's 4 foot high, so it's hard for animals to come into the yard. Rabbits come into the yard, and squirrels and smaller animals because they can go underneath the fence. You found a flower shop, yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun, Bob. Yeah, I have a few things that I want to design, but I don't really have the time to do it right now. trying to get the trains to run, and then I can start doing more of the scenery details and stuff. All the areas in the front of my levels where I've been leaning on and stuff, all that scenery stuff has rubbed off and stuff. So I'm going to have to redo all that stuff. And, but that's down the road a piece. I'm not worried about that right now. I want to get the trains running and, stuff like that. So. Yeah, they detect all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I did answer your question, Quasi. Yeah, I know. You have to keep your track clean for the BD20s to work, but my track is kept clean on my main layout. The trains have a track cleaning car in all the trains, and it runs continuously. Hey, Robin, welcome. Oh, they're not compatible with the power cab. Oh, so you're using the 2 amp system, Rob. Yeah, see, I'm on a Power Pro, not a Power Cab. Works great with the DCEX. Okay, I got you. I got you, Robin. Yeah, the Power Cab has limitations. So you can't get, yeah, see, you know why they don't work with the Power Cab, Robin? Because you need to address them at a high address number. So that's why. Yeah, and the amp is too low, right? But see, for what I'm doing with it running, I have 2 power cabs here. In my office, I got a power cab, and I have test track. You can see the 2 tracks right there. And that's where I do all my engine coding up and everything. I got JMRI running on my desktop computer here, and I can bring up the same JMRI panels as I have in the train room JMRI computer, and I bring it up in what's called simulation mode on JMRI, and I can click and run a train, and it'll run around. The train will run around and trigger all the blocks and change all the signals and all that kind of stuff. So I can test things with the simulation mode in JMRI. The same JMRI, I created a panel for the test track that I'm working on for the speed matching, and then I can control that and watch that as it's running around there, and the script and everything else. And that's what hopefully by the weekend I should have it. So we'll see what happens. So. That's good. Did you figure out how you're going to sell them yet, Bob? Yeah. Well, that's not too hard, Robin. You got four screws on the EB1. Two are for the button and two are for the lights. So I got to remember. I'll have 13 of the 16 done for the layout support in 3 days. That's good. We're getting close, huh, Bob? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just took some pieces of wood and made uh, little panels and put them on different panels because I have them in different spots throughout my layout. Be nice if I had just one panel for all the EB1s, but they're all in separate ones. So, and then I have brackets, and then I mounted that on the under, on the plywood of the layout part. And then I have a skirt that goes all around and hides all the lower level wiring. He needs 16 of them, Derek. Needs a total of 16 drums to make his uh, framework or make his layout. Revised plan. Wasn't it 19 before, Bob? I thought I remember. Well, well, I want to apologize for the screw up at the beginning of the stream. We'll have it ironed out for next week's stream for sure. And I want to thank everybody for coming in and rejoining the ones that were there on the other side. And appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody stopping in and spending time here with me tonight. And I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And don't forget to watch Jim Tedesco tomorrow. I'm sure he'll have some interesting things. Okay. There you go, Bob. Yep. Thanks a lot, Jim. So everybody have a great night. We'll catch you all later. I'm going to end the stream now, and we'll catch you all in the next videos. Don't forget, my videos will be out in the next one for each day. I'll be producing those and sending them out. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks a lot. I'll take care. Thanks, John. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, JD. Thanks, Ronald. Good night, everyone. Take care. Take care, Bob.